Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we are checking out chapters 40 and 41 of Tower of God Season 2, and we ended off on a bit of an ominous note with the last one because we had lots of stuff about Emily and some stuff like the Traveler and things. Okay, I see you, okay? I'm keeping up with things. But we ended off with Kun asking Emily about Bomb and her telling him that Bomb is alive, which is information that she got from someone else telling her. I think it was the Traveler who said that Bomb was still alive. And so we ended with Kun possibly getting confirmation of Bomb actually being alive. I feel like he's kind of decided that he needs to just default that Bomb died because that's like him trying to process it, and it's like the worst case scenario. And I feel like Kun is the kind of person who just kind of goes with the worst case scenario, and then if it happens to be better, great. So I feel like he's been operating with this idea that his friend is dead, and that has been leading him to this grand plan that he's been putting together. And I just, the anger that I have towards Rachel, I just feel like I'm funneling it through Kun because like there's gonna be a great moment. I need it, okay? I need someone to have revenge for me because I can't do it, she's fictional. So I'm really rooting for Kun to bring his plan together, but until then we still have some other things as people are all coming together to actually be part of the workshop battles, and we have yet to fully catch up with Bomb and his team and Wangnan and the rest, and we kind of had little moments with Kun's team and just a little tiny bit with Shibitsu. I want to see him some more. I miss him. So really looking forward to that moment where we get to see the characters finally come together. I don't know if that's going to happen yet, but very excited nonetheless. I'm just like sitting here just waiting. I'm waiting for the moment. Like every time I scroll through the panels, I'm just like waiting for somebody to show up. So let's get into chapter 40 and see where we're going to pick up on this story. 28th floor. Gotcha. Hello, monkey person. Who are you? Oh no, Misung. Wait, hang on. She's off limits. We're not allowed to hurt her. We like her a lot. This is just like the mole man in the last one where I was like, that's so cute. And then he ended up not being a nice person. And I'm like, well, you can't show me people who are like a mixture of cute animals and people with cool powers. Mix them together and then have them not be nice. Okay, there's a reason that I liked X-Men so much growing up, okay? That was the concept. Beast Boy, I was like, yes. Beast Boy was like my favorite. He could turn into whatever animal he wanted. That was like the best thing. So I need you to like give me something, okay? I also feel like since we haven't seen her face, maybe it isn't Misung. Like it's supposed to look like her, but it's not. But I might be wrong. No? An illusion of some kind? At least no one got hurt. Thank goodness. I mean, if you didn't want to be tricked, then you should have figured it out sooner. I think we also haven't seen her face this time, so it might not actually be her. I don't trust shrouded faces. If I can't see someone's face, I'm like, something's up. I'm always suspicious. Oh good, we got a whole bunch of the team in one place. That seems convenient. Oh yeah, we saw a little bit of this before when they were trying to catch the little creature with the flower. Things kind of got derailed after that. Yes, the lighthouses. Oh, I like getting to like catch up with them and be like, look how far they've come. That's so many floors. Like, how long has that taken? Like the bonding that I missed. The character development. I know that like a time skip is necessary because it takes a really long time to go from one floor to the next, but I do want to see everything. Even if it's like not important, I'm one of those people where like once I get invested in like characters in a world, I'm like, just show me everything. I want to know every single detail. It doesn't even need to be important. I just want to be here. There's only one person I know who randomly catches on fire and explodes. That too. But it worked out. Oh, look at them looking out for each other where they're like, oh, they're the most dangerous. Let's make sure that Wangnan's okay. And even though it's like VOA, they're like, oh, let's just go anyway, just in case. It's probably fine, but like, you know, the fact that it's called connection, I'm just like, yes, please have people reconnecting. I need it. I need it so badly. Is Wangnan doing that thing where he yells and runs and that's his plan? I mean, he's gotten this far, so maybe it works. Maybe I'm like putting it down and I shouldn't be. I like how he's just a little head popping out in the back. Oh, a Blitz. Isn't that, Quant? Isn't that his family? I like how it's a man with an unstable mind. I mean, good to know. Oh, maybe. Or maybe he just, you know, maybe there's just something about you. Why do I feel like he might actually try to burn the whole forest down? I feel like that is not an empty threat. I don't think it's your chance. I think you're gonna be noticed. Just like the fact that he is ungraceful. Like it's not like this like dynamic action shot. It's just him like in this like low res running across this very open part of the test. I'm sure he won't notice. Watch out. They know that you have the key for sure now, because it's right there. Cruel and cold-hearted. Keep that in mind. So sharp change in attitude. I mean, okay. How did the chick die? That's my question. Because the whole knife thing, that not being right in their own mind, makes me worry how exactly the creature came to its demise. Oh no. Wangnan, I feel like this might not be the obvious story that you're thinking of. We're giving lots of details of like the yellow feathers. I'm like, maybe that's not it. Maybe yellow is not the thing to focus on. I mean, he is not above groveling, is he? He's like, I will survive and make it through this no matter what. See, what did I say? Where before I was like, how did the chick die? He ate it. Maybe we don't want to be compared to that one, okay? Maybe we pick something else. Like Waynon's like, no, not at all. Who is this chicken you speak of? This would be a good time to show up. Do something heroic. I see the blue mixing in, which just makes me think of a boy. There he is. Don't you just love him? I know he's a little scary, but don't you just love him? I was just thinking, I'm like, why do I miss him so much? And I'm like, it's been a few chapters, at least a couple since we've seen him. And for some reason, I'm like, this is too long. It's too long to not see Bomb. Because we didn't focus on him for a while, because he was healing after, you know, encountering a certain someone who has been compared to off-brand M&M, and now I can't unsee it. So we haven't seen him in a little while, and I'm just like, missed you. He is the Slayer nominee, but there is some things going on around that one. That was a terrifying shot. Ooh, that was a cool trick though. It's kind of like what we've seen Bomb use before. Look, I feel like being an E rank means that like this isn't gonna turn out the way that you think. I feel like it's not as big of a brag as you believe it to be. Excuse me. We adore him. You can't just slice him up. Thank you very much. He's probably fine though. He's got that healing thing going on. Okay, so I feel like this is supposed to be impressive, but I'm just so used to like other shenanigans going on that I'm just like between Bomb and Foog and Irregulars, and I'm just like, not the craziest thing I've seen. He's just like, now you got? Call me when you're stronger. That face though, like, oh dear. Well, yeah, had that coming. We've avenged your chick. Yes, vengeance is yours. I like the little catch up though, of being like, here is Bomb and his team and where they're at. I like getting to catch up with everybody. Next chapter. A tomato. Good one. How long did it take you to come up with that one? What a weird time to like walk in to this whole interaction. I love Teddy Bird always has something going on with the shirt. I'm sure that like Misung makes it for him. He's just like, yes, I will wear it. Because he's a softie and we love him. Oh, they're fine. They're in a field somewhere. I feel like that's a good thing to point out though, of like they don't work well together, is like we have this team that has these people that are super strong, and it's like they rank some of the strongest for like E rank and stuff like that, saying the stats of how these people should be feared in some way, but because they don't work together, they're at a disadvantage, because it's really like one person against this whole team of people because they can't work together with the people that they're on the team with, as opposed to like Bomb and his team, which is a whole group of people who have figured out each other's strengths, weaknesses, abilities, and have spent a bunch of time together and training and have gone through a bunch of stuff and have this trust with each other, and they're communicating really well. And because of that, they're able to more effectively go up against these people, even if there is like a gap between their strength level, because you have them able to like fill in those weak points of each other. Well, yeah, with the exception of like Bomb, who like may have been able to just bulldoze his way through. We're just gonna pick a fight with him. Let's say one thing. When I was like, Bomb can just like bulldoze his way through single-handedly if he wanted to. I think it says a lot that he's letting his team play, you know? He's like letting them do things and come up with plans and participate, and he could just like close them off and do it on his own, which we saw a lot of earlier on in the season, where he really didn't want anything to do with them. He's like, just stay here and I'll do it myself. Whereas like now he is working more within that team and supporting them and letting them support him in return. So I really like seeing that evolution of him as like a proper member of this team. But I also feel like this person's a lot of talk. He's like, sure, I'll take on the Slayer nominee, and it's just not gonna go well. Good. We don't engage in meaningless fights, but I feel like they might leverage you somehow. It's just him saying like, you only fight weaklings. I'm like, if he did, he'd be fighting you. Not to be sassy on Bomb's behalf, but no one else is gonna say it, so I'm gonna smack talk. It's true, you won, you got the key, you finished the test, you get to move on. Don't let people get under your skin, even though I just let them do that. But you know, I'm not actually participating, so I'm allowed to be petty and childish sometimes. Yeah, focus on the actual tests and the games. Those are what you have to win, not like random fights with people who want to prove something. I like how they're still called Team Sweet and Sour, like, love it. Ooh, food. Is that the reward? Those are snacks. It's pretty good actually. If you go through like a whole test and then you get snacks at the end, I feel like that'd be pretty good. Like hidden legendary food was just snacks. But you won. I mean, probably. We spent a lot of time actually introducing who they are and then they just walked away, so I feel like that might be foreshadowing of some kind. I like how there's already bickering happening over the snacks. Because I have to get to the 30th floor. Wangnan knows! Has he not filled everyone in? Wangnan. I thought we were like not keeping things from each other. Oh, okay, we're just sharing now. Sure, all those years going up the other floors, and he's just like, let's just share the info now. I mean, sure. I thought we were helping Bomb's friends, though. That was the original motivation. But items are good, too. Are we back with Kun? I just want... The moment that, like, Kun and Bomb, like, meet again, is gonna be so many emotions. Like, for them, for me, it's gonna be a whirlwind. I don't know what I'm gonna feel, but it's gonna be a lot. How we doing? Why are we talking? Wasn't handsome guy Dan? Oh, because he was using his account. I remember. But they don't know where to find him. It's okay. He's on his way. En route. Cost $1. Why? And why only $1? Because just like, I do not have time for this. Still, the seed's been planted, right? He's gonna have to find out all the information. He has to know. He's like me. Kun and I are just like, I have to find all of the details. I have to know the whole story. Maybe that's why I don't like time skips, because I'm like, I want to know what if there's something important that happened, even though they're like, nothing happened, that's why we're skipping in time. But I'm like, there could be though. There could be a little kernel of something that's important, and I would like to know it so that I can figure things out and feel smart. Apparently, there's this traveler person. Oh, I forgot that he had a... I was like, who's Apple? And I was like, oh yeah, he's a team member named Apple. Isn't the devil's right arm Teddy Bear? Why are we looking for him? I mean, I know that there's like a whole mystery around him, but why is Kun looking for him? Oh no, was he the guy that Teddy Bear killed? Possibly? Beat? When he was with Prince? Because I remember that he said he fought with Hots, and that was like how we knew he was super strong. Oh, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. There's so many characters. Is it the person we saw before that was the Traveler? Because didn't they have like a hood? Dark clothing? Gosang's on it though. Oh. See, it's okay. I was kind of on the right track with Teddy Bear. Because Hor Yang is Teddy Bear. So maybe there is a connection? I mean, right arm. One would assume there's a left arm too. So it makes sense if there was a pair. Two people that are related or similarly trained. With the wing. True. So maybe they were looking for Teddy Bear, but they found someone who looked similar. Is it Miseng who's like, oh no, it would probably Mr. Devil, it would be Prince, wouldn't it? I like someone else because they were like, he's more handsome. I was like, I'ma fight you on that one. And then someone fought for me. It was like, he's cute. I'm like, yes, he is. I agree. So we do know each other. This plot thickens. Am I supposed to know everything that's going on? Because I don't. I feel like I'm supposed to be a little bit lost, which is okay. Go catch him. What, we're just gonna go do it? We're just gonna capture this person? Who I'm assuming has a bit of a reputation, since everyone seems a little bit shook to find out about him. Ooh, interesting that we're starting like another story that's about like the devil's right arm. So is it gonna be like the two sides, like Kun's team going after him, and then you also have like Teddy Bear and his friends? I feel like that might happen. Is that gonna be how they end up reconnecting? But wasn't Bomb's team on the 29th floor? This is the 28th floor. Can you go back? I feel like you can't. In my brain it was like you just continue up the floors. I have so many questions. Oh, I feel like I have so many questions after that because it was a lot of like setting up, kind of finishing off the previous chapter as we were establishing where everyone was, and then getting more into like this new chapter with the things that are going to be going on with the Devil's Right Arm and the stuff that is going to be connected with like Oryang's story and of course like Kun's team and what they've been up to. So I like getting to kind of see where Bam and his team are and how they've been working together and how they've progressed now that they've gone up a bunch of more floors. So it's nice to kind of reconnect with them, especially since, like I said, we had kind of left them for a few chapters where we weren't focusing on them, and especially not on Bam. So getting to see them again and reconnect with them is always really nice, and getting more set up into what the next parts of the story are going to be, because I feel like we're going to be kind of stuck in the workshop battles for a while. So I feel like it's important to set up some of the important threads that are going to be like underlying all of that, because you're not going to be able to have these characters interacting with other stuff while you're doing that, really, because you're going to get kind of locked into it, as at least in terms of like pacing. There's probably going to be some kind of limitations to where they can go and what they're capable of doing, because they're like in the middle of this like workshop battle thing. So setting up a bunch of stuff beforehand I think is really important to make sure that you have all those threads there, so that you have lots of things that you can pull on while going through the workshop battles, and making sure that you have a good foundation for the characters, because I feel like battles can get really dry without the character part of it. I feel like a lot of the time why like tournament arc style things kind of fall short is that they focus a lot on the combat and the fighting in it, but they don't focus on like the character motivation. And because of that, it's just a fight, right? It's empty because it's like, oh, this person's fighting because they want to win, and like everyone's fighting because they want to win. Why should I care about this person's battle more than another person's? And the way that you do that is having the character motivation underlying that, to make sure that like that's the reason that we're invested in the story, the character and why they're doing it, and it has to have a deeper meaning than just I want to win the fight. So I feel like it's important to set up that stuff before getting like locked into those battles. I feel like we're gonna have like multiple of them back to back, so I feel like we really have to make sure that we have lots of good foundations for those characters, especially the new ones that have only come in this season. So I'm really looking forward to finding out more about this Devil's Right Arm, and of course any story that may focus more on Teddy Bear I am here for, because I love him. I like that we're kind of setting up all those pieces, and maybe an final interaction with Kun and Bam, and like their teams maybe coming together in some way. I don't know, but I'm so tense at this point, because I'm just like waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the moment when they finally meet up again. So I hope you enjoyed reading those couple of chapters along with me. You can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so this next time I post a Tower of God reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!